What's going on, guys? King Strats here, back in another video on the channel. I had to go back to my roots of Sushi Sunday one more time, probably like 20,000 more times, but Sushi Sunday was a tradition I started on Instagram. I ate sushi at one point in 2019, pretty much for about 10 consecutive weeks, probably more. I'm a big time sushi fan, so we gotta go back to it again. You know the vibes. Anyway, it is a Sunday night. You will be seeing this on Monday. In the background, I got my Giants playing. They're probably gonna lose, but you know, I still gotta have my game on in the background. So if you're digging the content, hit that thumbs up, subscribe button, all that cringy YouTube stuff. But let's get into what we have today. I haven't tried these before, but I'm sure they're going to be very good. So we got lobster tempura rolls. If you don't know what tempura is, it is basically the way that Japanese cuisine fry things. It's a simple batter of flour, ice water, and egg. But it's the way they batter fry things there. I really like it. So it's inside of a roll. Lobster tempura, I can't wait to try that. My usual suspects, spicy tuna and spicy salmon. I get those two rolls every single time I get sushi. Hands down, my favorite. OGs, had to get them. Over here we have an NYU roll, which is basically tempura crab. It's something that they specialize in there. I've gotten this place. It's a place called Green Dragon. It's in Fair Lawn, New Jersey. I've been eating there for a very long time. You can see off to the side, I've got some sweet potato rolls. Tempura fried sweet potato. Done right, inside of a roll. I love my rolls, as you can see. I do eat sushi, nigiri as they call it, which is just the rice with the sushi on the top, the raw fish. I'm a big fan of that, but I like rolls for some reason. Recently, I've been on a big roll kick. Dumplings, I don't know what kind of dumplings they are, to be honest. All it said was fried pot sticker. Now, pot sticker is what they call the dumpling. The reason they call that, as you can see on the top, it's got that crust that they get basically because they stick to the pot. Soy garlic sauce that comes with it. My favorite, Singapore Mei Fun. It is basically a rice noodle. I've had some Singaporean people tell me it's not from there, which I find hilarious. It's a rice noodle with all of the house special, which is just every kind of protein as well as vegetable. And it's done in like a curry, slightly spicy sauce. I really love it. I've got it from here about 1,000 times. I think I get it almost every time I order from here. This is actually my second mukbang I've done from Green Dragon, and 3 of the orders are exactly the same. And of course, you know how when you order from places, they do gotta throw in the egg roll. So we had to get an egg roll. I'm never going to complain about getting a free egg roll, ever. And the drink of choice today, we've got some raspberry lime seltzer. This is the poverty stuff, that's what I call it, but it's just the store brand. I call store brand poverty stuff. It's just a tongue-in-cheek joke. I believe they're like $3 for a case, so I always get like 3 or 4 of them. I'm a huge fan of seltzer water. It's an acquired taste. A lot of people don't like it, but I don't know. When I started dieting, I just started getting on seltzer water a lot. There's a little bit of flavor. It's almost like flavored sparkling water. It doesn't have that aspartame stuff that comes in most of the diet drinks. It's not really a diet drink. It's literally just bubbles in water, but I'm a huge fan of it. But anyway, let's get into these rolls, man. I haven't had this ever, so I'm starting with this. Here, make sure we get that tempura going on top right here. You know the vibes. Lobster tempura. I love lobster. This roll is probably the most expensive roll on the menu. I think it's like 10 bucks, but ooh, that's good lobster. They use that same sauce on a lot of their rolls. You can see it on sweet potato roll too. It just works with it. Get one more. You can see that lobster up close right there. That big chunk sitting up on the top. That's your lobster. Lots of crunch in there. Oh, man. I'm supposed to be trying everything and I'm still on here. Alright, we can do one more because I have to. They did it good with the tempura. The tempura is perfectly done. It's not overly hard, but it's got enough crunch. I mean, I don't like when tempura is too thick. Sometimes people tempura things and it's just too thick. But they do a really good job here. Okay, stop eating that one. Try something else. I can't. Alright, let's go with the OG. Never fails. Every order that I've gotten since I've been a sushi eater has been this roll. Spicy salmon. I know they say sushi's an acquired taste, but just adding that spicy mayo into that fresh salmon. And they do have a bit of crunch in there, the tempura flakes. If you go to a sushi place and ask for crunch, you'll get tempura flakes in the batter and inside of the roll. This place does it on its own. That's probably why I like them so much. My goodness. It never gets old. Never gets old. NYU roll. One time. Coming in hot. Why do I pick things up backwards? And then I have to try to show it to the camera. And my hands are all off. But whatever. I definitely have spicy mayo on my elbow too that I just put here. But we move. NYU roll. Crab meat. Tempura. Spicy mayo. Yep, there it is. I don't care. Oh, this just the crab meat. I wish I could show you, but it's covered in spicy mayo. It's actual crab meat. It's not like the K-Rab, as I call it, the imitation crab meat that comes in a lot of sushi rolls. California rolls, to be exact. I don't eat California rolls because I don't like avocado. I know, I don't like avocado. It's weird. And the spicy mayo's got a kick today. Sometimes the spicy mayo isn't really spicy, and I'm not the biggest fan. But today they did it right. They just did it right today. You wouldn't think that I just ate a bunch of White Castle yesterday. You really wouldn't think so. Oh, that pot sticker. I don't know what's in here. First one, always the rule. Raw dog, which means I have no condiments. It's pork. Yeah, it's pork. Check it. Oh, that is so good. Some people prefer steamed dumplings. I always prefer them fried. I just like that little crust that they have on the top there. That's why they call them pot stickers. But, ooh. And as I always say, you can tell a good dumpling by the seam, which means someone made it by hand. So you can see that seam. Can you see that seam? Probably not. But you can always tell by that seam on the top that somebody made it by hand. And those little wrinkles, the crimps, and they definitely didn't skimp on the meat. Sorry, so let's try some of this. This sauce, some of that. Ooh, golden. Mmm. Oh my goodness. Okay, I have to do this. I'm going back. I usually don't put a lot of soy sauce on my sushi. You probably notice I have soy sauce off to the side here, but I rarely if ever use it. I don't know. It's one of those, like, ironically, the health conscious thing. Adding extra calories, extra sodium when I don't need it. I like the taste of the sushi by itself, so I don't. Oh God. I don't think I would drink that. Oh man, okay. Sweet potato, sweet potato. Big chopsticks are not it at all. You see how big they are. They're like twice the size of my hands. So it makes it really, I don't know. I used to have the smaller ones, but I fell in love with the bigger ones. They're much easier to eat. You're not trying to show things to the camera, but when I'm trying to hold them things up, I love sweet potato rolls. It's become a staple in a lot of sushi places. I've got it in like 5 different places. Theirs are one of the best. And I know a lot of people don't do this, but let me show you what I also do with my sushi. You know that ginger? You're supposed to eat it in between, but I don't. I actually will place it on my sushi. That's a big piece. There we go. I place it on my sushi and then I eat it. Again, I love ginger. One of my close friends growing up was West Indian, Jamaican like me. And I think it's just, ginger's used in a lot of West Indian cooking, and especially in like ginger beer. We used to just eat this, the pickled ginger. We would just eat it. And he would take mine when we go to sushi places because he didn't eat sushi. We got in a couple fights over it. Kid fights, you know, arguments. Brouhahas. Kerfluffle? Is that a word? Scuffle? Kerfluffle? What's a kerfluffle? What am I talking about? Alright. It's Singapore made fun. When I tell you, come get you some. It is my favorite. Drop the chicken. Noodle. I have had Singapore mei fun at every place in this area that serves it. Theirs might be the best. Genuinely. Jeez, man, that is just... The curry's not overpowering, but what makes theirs so good, to me at least, is they're not like side. I've gotten in places where it's like really, really like heavy. Their noodles, even their lo mein, is not like... I've said this with a lot of Asian, Chinese food, Japanese food mukbangs I've done. I don't like when the noodles are soggy or like floating in sauce. It should be just enough. And it's the same thing as when I cook pasta. I don't like when I'm drowning noodles in sauce. I like to let the integrity of the noodle stay. So they're flavored well, but they're not super oily. And I need that. That's what makes theirs, to me, goated. And some people haven't figured out the goated thing. When I say goated, it's a verb, but for those who don't know, there's been a few questions. GOAT means greatest of all time. It's an acronym. It's been used a lot in like hip hop, in sports, but it's kind of crossed over, and it's used also in food things for me. When I say something's goated, it's like one of the best. That doesn't necessarily mean it is the best, but when something's goated, like, it's top notch stuff. And to me, these mei fun noodles specifically are goated. Ooh. Excuse me, I hate when I burp, I'm so sorry. This is one of those meals where everything I had was a slam dunk. That outside of that lobster right there. Hey! I try to be cute and pick up this backside. Their tempura is on point. Oh. I don't know what my favorite is. I love everything that I picked today. Obviously 3 are something I get often, but the lobster tempura is definitely up there. The mei fun will always just be my near and dear. The Giants are losing. We move. No matter. I probably won't watch the rest of the game because I don't like watching them lose. I'm gonna watch 90 Day Fiance. Does anybody watch 90 Day Fiance? We talked about this before. They got the whole new season, and I gotta try this egg roll. You can't even fit this thing in here. Doesn't matter. This is gonna be ridiculous with that. I might ask them for extra of that. It's very similar to the soy garlic I got from Banchan last week. Just those two things together. Oh. But anyway, the 90 Day Fiance. This new season has some old faces and some new faces. I've become, this is weird to say because, you know, it's not a show that a lot of men, I guess, watch, but I stumbled upon it. Probably, like, I started watching in season 1, and I was sick. I had the flu. This was like, 6 years ago, a long time ago, and I couldn't find my remote, and it was on TLC, because I was watching, what's the show, like the My 600 Pound Life? I was watching that show. And afterwards, 90 Day Fiance came on. I got addicted. It's crazy that how many people, do the whole like K1 visa thing. But as the show's gone on, it's gotten like almost too commercial. Too many people know about it now. So I feel like a lot of like couples are on there for clout. Like most of the couples don't even make it. Like they get separated within 5 minutes. It also reminds me why I don't want to get married. Just some of the stuff they do is absolutely crazy. I watched a girl or woman, she got mad because the person that she already had intended to marry was an atheist, and she was like a devout Christian. And I just felt like, you guys have been dating for 2 years and something's that important and you have no idea that he was this far along. And now you're gonna get mad? So she got mad and she threw her wedding ring at him, which he took offense to, as any person would. So, anyway, they were in Ukraine at this point. She was from Ukraine. And now, in this season, she's here. I'm sure it's gonna go well. It already happened. He lived with his uncle. She made him throw his uncle out so she could move in. I don't think I would do that. If I was with somebody and they knew that I lived with my uncle, which she did, and you wanted to move in with me, I wouldn't just throw him out in the street unless like we were 100% getting married, and they don't even know if they're getting married yet, you know? I feel like you don't turn your back on your family that quick. Or at least like, you gotta give time to find a situation, so, cause you can't just be like, hey uncle, like I'm out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, that's rubbed me the wrong way. They rubbed me the wrong way. And there's another girl, I think she's Ukrainian too, and she's been to New Orleans. And she's got like this party boy. He was drinking White Claws at like 8 o'clock in the morning, like the day they got there. They call this stuff trash TV, but I've become addicted. There's also one called like Love After Lockup. I've been watching that one too. It's wild, man. It's wild. These people get in relationships with people that are in jail while they're in jail, which I find a little odd, to be honest. I'm not judging anybody. I think it's more of the circumstance. Like, if, say you're dating someone and they like end up going in jail. Like, I understand that. Like, you're with them, they get locked up, whether it's a guy. Sometimes it's a woman in jail. But to find like a prison pen pal and write them and you guys start dating, like, I'm not saying that everybody in prison is bad, because sometimes like it's stupid stuff, you know, like you know, they're not all in for bad things. Sometimes it's just like petty crimes. But don't you think there's a better app like Match.com or something for you to find a significant other? Well, I think a lot of people they're turned on by the whole like prison thing, like being with like a dangerous person or something. I don't know. But I've watched that show for like 3 seasons, and there's been, I want to say like 15 to 20 couples, maybe more. And I think only like 3 or 4 are still together. Like, they're like, he lied to me. Or they're like, oh, you know, she came out of prison, and they're like, oh, she lied to me. She was just here for my money. Like, she went to prison for stealing. Like, I don't know, man. I'm not judging, because look, I know people who have done the bid, and it doesn't make you a bad person. Sometimes you just do something stupid. I'm not saying it in that sense, but if you meet somebody who went to jail for like armed robbery and they rob you, like, you know, I don't know. Is there like a jail Tinder or something? I don't know. It's just wow. But that's my Sunday slate. So I'm gonna watch those shows, see what the Giants are up to a little bit. Hopefully, well, they're probably gonna lose, but we move. We had a good run, Giants fans. So good. So good. But I gotta put my chopsticks down and stop eating, because I can't go too crazy on calories. Christmas is rolling. It's coming very fast, which means we're gonna have some Christmas themed content, Christmas themed challenges. I might even put on a Santa hat. I know, that's not like me, it's very cringe. So, this week, leading into that, going to be a lot smaller meals, and I possibly may skip a day of uploading, or maybe I'll do like a Q&A or something of that nature, so at least I have some content. And I know there's a lot of questions you guys have been asking in the comment section, and some of them I missed. This way I can get to them. You know, you guys have been really supportive, really awesome. I'm going to try to do something. The Thanksgiving stuff was well received, so I'm going to try to do something along those lines. I've got a lot of stuff already picked out, so the Christmas content's coming, so thank you guys so much. and into 2021, because I can't wait for this year to be over, just like 90% of us. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go on my couch, finish the rest of this Giants game, watch some 90 Day Fiance, and then we move back on to the work week. Short work week because of Christmas and Christmas Day. I hope everybody who celebrates Christmas, or if you celebrate Hanukkah or any holiday in this time, or any holiday in general, enjoy the holiday time with your friends and your family and all that good stuff. I hope you get the gifts that you wanted. I did. So, I don't know, man. It's been real. I'm really tired. As usual, I spent half my day putting a squat rack together, which is not the most fun thing in the world. But we'll be back tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow, more content. I love y'all. I just got, look at it. Look, there it is again. Whatever, we move. The hand signs, they made it to YouTube. I can't reach this far, man.